There's a special kind of pain when someone lies about you. It's not just gossip, it's a gut punch. You hear that your words were twisted, your reputation questioned, or your story rewritten, and it's like your body goes on high alert. You can't sleep. You replay the moment. You feel a surge of anger or panic that's hard to explain. While others shrugged off rumors or half-truths, you feel it as a threat to your core violation of something sacred. You wonder, why does this bother me so much? Why can't I just let it go like everyone else? Psychology says, if being lied about feels less like drama and more like a deep injustice, your mind is doing something most people never talk about, and once you see what's really happening, you'll never call yourself too sensitive in the same way again. You've probably heard it from others. You're too sensitive. It's just gossip. Let it go. Or, you're making a big deal out of nothing. Maybe people roll their eyes when you defend yourself. Or act like you're overreacting for wanting to set the record straight. You start to feel ashamed, like you're too much, too reactive, or can't let things go. Sometimes you try to ignore it, but the injustice gnaws at you, keeping you up at night. Other people seem to move on. You feel a deep ache until the truth is known. You wonder if you're just thin-skinned, or if you're missing some secret skill for letting things slide. Most people like you stop here and decide they're just broken or dramatic, but that's only because nobody ever explained what your mind is actually doing when it reacts so strongly to being lied about. Here's the reframe. Psychology suggests that people who can't stand being lied about are often just as driven minds with a truth-sensitive nervous system. Your brain is wired to care about fairness, honesty, and reputation. When someone misrepresents you, it's not just about ego, it's about a core value being violated. If you've been betrayed, scapegoated, or gaslighted before, your system learned. Protect your name, protect your truth. You're not just dramatic, you're justice-driven. And that's a real strength. Your reaction is your mind's way of defending what matters most, your integrity and your place in the world. Let's break down what's really happening in your mind and body when you're lied about. Some people are wired to care deeply about fairness, honesty, and truth. When you're lied about, your brain's justice system lights up. This isn't right. This isn't fair. You notice when stories don't add up, when people twist facts, or when the truth is ignored for convenience. Humans are wired to care about reputation. Being misrepresented can feel like a threat to your safety, belonging, and future. When someone questions your integrity, your body reacts. Heart rate rises. Thoughts race. You feel a physical ache. This is your system's way of saying, protect your place. Protect your truth. If you've been betrayed, blamed, or made the scapegoat before, your nervous system learned to be extra alert to lies and misrepresentation. You may have been punished for telling the truth, so now you fight harder to defend it. This isn't drama, it's learned self-protection and a drive for justice. Most people just see you as too sensitive, they never see the justice radar. The reputation alarms, and the old wounds your mind is working through every time you react to a lie. Here's where your justice drive can quietly turn from strength to struggle. Your need for truth is a real asset. It makes you honest, principled, and less likely to let things slide. It can also become rumination or revenge. You replay the lie, plot comebacks, or let anger eat at you long after the moment has passed. On the outside, it looks like integrity. On the inside, it can quietly become obsession or bitterness. You might find yourself unable to enjoy the present or missing out on peace because you're still fighting an old battle in your head. A gentle self-check right now: is my need for justice helping me grow, or is it keeping me stuck in pain or payback? When you see it clearly, your story stops being, I'm just dramatic or broken, and starts sounding more like the truth. You're a justice-driven, truth-sensitive mind in a world that often rewards spin over substance. You value honesty, fairness, and real connection. That's a strength. The work now is to let your justice drive be a gift, not a burden. Stand up for truth with kindness. Let go when needed, and remind yourself that others' lies don't define your worth. Try tiny experiments. Correct a misrepresentation calmly, or choose to walk away from a rumor instead of fighting every battle. Over time, you'll teach your system that you can be both principled and at peace. If this felt like someone finally explained your justice brain, you're not alone, and you're not too much for caring this deeply. Subscribe and stay close if you want more videos that decode traits like this without shaming you. And tell me in the comments what kinds of lies or misrepresentations hit you the hardest. Because next, we're going even deeper into how justice-driven minds like yours can thrive. Even in a world that sometimes prefers comfort over truth,